So when I retire, I will have a minimum of $5 to $10 million saved. By the end of this video, my goal is to have you understand the importance of being obsessed with the process to reach greatness and becoming a leader. That was a variation of the opening line that I used on February 28, 2018 on the campus of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, while speaking with Coach Ply and the Lions baseball team. As a father of 2 little girls and an older brother to 3 younger siblings, I know it is my responsibility to pay attention to what I do each and every day, because even when I feel like no one is watching, someone always is. I've always taken pride in having the best intentions, and sometimes I've fallen short. During my tenure at Lincoln University, I played baseball, was a campus DJ, joined Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and assisted with starting a mentoring program that had a vision with helping young men transition into college from high school. While playing baseball, I went from hitting under 300 my freshman year to hitting 415 my senior year while using a wooden bat. The process over those 4 years gave me the opportunity to assist Coach Ply in his recruiting of future players. Coach called me into his office and said, "I have a young man coming from Michigan, and I want you to show him around and give him the student-athlete point of view from your eyes. I want you to speak with him about the early morning practices, the late night practices, going to class, parties, relationships, studying, and that if done correctly, how all that will help him to become a better person." I still remember driving to college the first day. It was a beautiful day in August, and my father owned a classic 1995 Chevy Suburban. The family loaded into it and was ready to hit the road. We stopped to get gas before driving, and this was during the time when gas was approaching $5 a gallon. I began driving up towards my future, not realizing how everything I was doing from then on and everything I had done in my past was making me the person I was going to be in the future. Halfway towards the campus, I was ready to throw up. The butterflies in my stomach felt like they were ready to join my sweaty palms holding the steering wheel. I was 30 seconds away from just telling my mother and father that I wanted to turn around and that I could make a living and continue to work in the kitchen at my local restaurant, and I'll just figure it out from there. But I couldn't, because I looked in the rearview mirror and I saw my 3 younger siblings, happy as can be that I was going away to college. Also, my father was sitting in the passenger seat. And he's the type of man that every day wakes up and puts on his pants to do whatever is needed to provide for our family. We've all seen that type either in movies or in our own personal lives. The man that comes home from working a 12-hour day and still somehow has the energy to read a book to his kids before bed. I just couldn't let that kind of person down. I made it to campus, and I also helped assist Coach with getting that student to commit to attending Lincoln and joining our family. The new teammate and I became really close friends. We would hang out, drinking, going to parties, talk about life. I played center field and he played left field, which led us to becoming a better outfit overall because we knew each other's weaknesses inside and out. We made some bad decisions, one in which was drinking and driving numerous times. I was always the one to drive because I thought I knew myself and I thought I knew my limits when it came to alcohol. I never thought about how much this friend of mine was watching my every move. One night, this young man and a couple of other Lincoln Lions left campus after they had been drinking, and this time he was the one driving. During their travels, they ended up crashing into a tree. The car burst into flames, and one future leader passes away. Another is left with burns over his entire body, causing the loss of limbs during the recovery process. My friend is now sitting in a cell while his daughter grows up speaking to him through a phone for 15 minutes at a time. By me not realizing he was watching my every move and not having a conversation while we were drinking and saying I won't drink and drive because of the potential outcomes that it can have on so many others' lives, I failed him as a friend and a leader. I saw this because in order to become a leader, you have to take ownership in what you do each and every day. Sometimes we get so caught up in the passion that we have for something that we don't realize the negative effect it has on those around us. Have you ever been in a room with someone whose passion made you want to run through a wall? The kind of person who everyone looked at and wished they could bring that same energy to the table. I had the pleasure of meeting someone with that passion when I came to Lincoln. If you ran a sprint, he would scream and yell with excitement. When practice was over, we could all go eat, he would cheer because he knew a meal was ready to be eaten. The kind of man you watch be a father to his daughter and wanted to be just like. We all know the type, always smiling and wishing the best and encouraging you to achieve more and more because anything is really possible. Even that person has another side that they may never talk about, and as friends and family, we hold a responsibility to notice when this individual is not acting the same anymore. I watch someone with these same characteristics reach out for help via social media almost every day. I watched motivation turn to anger and anger turn to resentment for those that were around him. But because of fear and not knowing how to properly communicate my feelings, I never reached out to say, hey man, I care about you. I've noticed some things and I want to try and help you get through it. Even if I couldn't have been the one to make the change, I know enough people around him and his family and friends that we could have made a difference. I'm a firm believer that people cannot change until they are ready to change. But by not at least trying, we may never know the outcome, what the outcome could have truly been. Growing up, I've always been the big brother that talks to my younger siblings about what I've done and challenge them to try and beat me. One of my sisters is 4 years behind me and actually motivates me more than she knows. I graduated college with a 3.3 GPA. She was almost a valedictorian. I made Eastern Region and she made All-American. I went to her college for her senior game and her picture was on the banner that hangs up around the school, and I tease her all the time because I made it on the side of the university travel bus. And so I would tell her that my face can be seen everywhere. I think she took that seriously because now she works for the NCAA and gets to travel the country for work while I sell cars in my hometown of Newark, Delaware. I used to think I was winning, but now that I say it out loud, she may actually have the upper hand. One of the keys to becoming a leader is owning that the fact that everything you have done in the past has assisted you with becoming who you are today. Picture this. It's Friday. I'm 25 years old. I'm a store manager and I'm excited because when I get home, I'm going to be a free man. I'm at the office talking to my coworkers about how when I get home, I'm officially ending my relationship and I will be able to refocus my life on new and improved goals. I come home to find out that I'm having a child and my heart completely sunk. At that time, I did not want children because I figured that a child might hold me back from reaching my goals. But she actually taught me what love really is and has played a huge part in the man that I am working to become every day. Time moves faster than we think, and now is the opportunity for us to win as a whole. If you take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they were counted out by so many different individuals that have a platform to talk about topics that can change our day-to-day lives. But they stuck together as a team, and come playoff time, no one standing on the other side of the field could compete with them. They did this because they understood the importance of being obsessed with the process to reach greatness and becoming a leader. Will you join me on my journey to achieve the same?